What if I told you the VA has some pretty important secrets that not exactly shouting from the rooftops? Stick around, because these are the 5 things the VA won't tell you up front, but knowing them can mean more benefits, faster claims, and less frustration. To be 15 minutes or less, I'm going to put you closer to or in that 100 club. Today, we're going through the top 5 secrets that VA doesn't advertise, but you should know. Number 1 is something 90% of vets overlook, and it could cost you thousands. Number 5 might just save you years and years of waiting. But do me a favor, though. Help me help you. I realize you can just skip to the end and find out what the 5 things are listed. But the real need of helping me help you is in what is being said, not what is written. So give me 15 minutes or less, and I'll give you enough information to help you put some more Benjamins back in your pocket. I'm Mr. X. I'm the guy behind the guy, giving you all the information you want to know and need to know about the VA claims process. It's the VA Top 5. Trying to file without help is like trying to assemble IKEA furniture without instructions, except you're blindfolded and the instructions are in Klingon. Seriously, number 5 here, you can legally use a VA Accredited Rep, and you really should. Okay, there's many different types. There's VSOs, there's accredited attorneys, and agents. All have their pros and cons. Each one of these, they're much like VA raters, examiners, mother-in-laws, doctors. Some are good, some aren't. Okay? Know the differences. If you have a feeling while meeting with one of them that this person doesn't have a clue, they may not. And you may want to find someone else. There's many national VSOs and even state VSOs that can help you that are free of charge. Attorneys, they're going to work on a contingency basis generally. Okay? And they might help you, they might hurt you. I've seen many times where an attorney will want you to reopen a bunch of previously adjudicated claims, hoping for an earlier effective date. And then what happens is upon review, VA decides that, hey, this effective date was wrong, or service connection should not have been granted. And what was really being hoped for, which is an earlier effective date, results in the condition being severed. Or proposed to be severed, I should say. Okay? Now, you don't want that. I don't want that for you. You don't want that. So, if you go this route, they can give you options. They can help review your file and help you determine the best route to go for filing a claim, or what do you need to do step by step. If these videos aren't enough, you can ask me questions. I'm more than happy to answer every question. But tip number 5, get some help. If you have any questions, you can meet with them. They'll give you tips and tricks and all sorts of things to do as well. If you need real-time, a real-time conversation with someone, this may be for you. It can help save you tons of time while waiting, or I should say, save you tons of time so you don't have to wait, so you can file it right the first time. Tip number 4, secondary conditions can boost your rating, and VA won't tell you that. Now let me quickly explain what a secondary condition is. Let's say you're service connected for a low back injury and you have the radiculopathy or neurological pain of your right leg or left leg. Okay, you can get service connected for that as due to your low back pain. Another way to think about it is this: it has to be a causal relationship. So, meaning that if it weren't for the low back pain that you're service connected for, then you wouldn't have the subsequent neurological pain of your right leg. Okay? Now, don't get hung up on this, but what comes into play here is if sometimes veterans will claim, let's say, sleep apnea due to their diagnosed PTSD. But if the sleep apnea was diagnosed prior to your PTSD, then that might make it more difficult to be service connected for it. Okay? Can't put the cart before the horse here. But essentially, this tip here, it's like the movie Inception. It's like the claim within the claim, but with paperwork. Okay? So, secondary conditions can really boost your overall rating. Down at the bottom, and I'll link it at the end. I'll link to videos that I've made talking about claim combinations that can get you to 100% faster and common mistakes that are made when filing secondary claims. Tip number 3 here, you can reopen denied claims with new and relevant evidence. Okay, you don't have to start over. You just have to submit the new and relevant evidence. I was speaking with a veteran a few weeks back, and they didn't know that you could reopen a previously decided claim that was decided more than 10 plus years ago with the new and relevant evidence. Okay? In each rating decision to be service-connected for a condition, there must be 3 elements that are met. 1, an incurrence in service. 2, a nexus. And 3, a diagnosis. So there needs to be an event in service, an injury, illness. Okay? Has to be a correct diagnosis, and the nexus ties both of those events together. When you're reviewing the rating decision that denied service connection for, let's say, your rating condition, is going to use language such as not incurred or was caused by service, no nexus or no diagnosis. At the bottom in the favorable findings, it will list the conditions which were favorable to you. It may show there is a nexus, or it may show there is a correct diagnosis. Okay? Whatever evidence you submit as the new and relevant evidence needs to be which one you are missing. So, if you are missing a diagnosis, then submit evidence, current treatment records that show there is a current diagnosis. If you're missing a nexus, then provide a statement from your doctor showing how these conditions are linked to service. Provide a study that shows how this condition is related to service. If you're missing an occurrence in service, then supply a buddy statement or statement showing that, hey, you injured your knee or something in service. All of these go to help you to, this is all relevant evidence which proves your claim to the VA. So, if it's one of those things where the VA might have slammed the door on you and denied your claim, but guess what? You've got the key. You just got to know what door to try next. So, whatever element you are missing, submit it as new and relevant evidence, and then see what the VA says. I know this part is painful, all the back and forth, but by submitting the relevant evidence, this proves your claim to VA. Puts those Benjamins back in your pocket. Tip number 2, CP exams are not the final say. You can challenge them. Many veterans think that the compensation and pension exam is gospel, and I'm here to say that it's absolutely not. The VA examiner might have met you once, but the doctor you see on the regular, they have all the receipts. They have all the evidence. So if you had an exam that did not render a diagnosis or list all of your applicable symptoms related with your disease or disability, then submit the evidence from your doctor who you see on the regular on your supplemental claim, which counts as the relevant evidence. Now, this evidence should show that you have the diagnosis or symptoms of whatever condition you're claiming. So, you can take the power back here. Tip number 1, the VA's own rating schedule, VASRD, can be used against them if you know how. So, the VA rating schedule, or VASRD, is public and can be used to argue for a higher rating. So, in the link below, I'll list the VASRD 38 CFR Part 4, and if you know the diagnostic code, you can look up the specifics of the disability or service connected for. Look up what the rating criteria is, and then when you go to the exam, highlight those symptoms of the disability process. It's like knowing the teacher's grading rubric, and then suddenly you know how to get that A+. So, look at how the VA rates, it considers your condition, and highlight those symptoms. All right, a bonus tip here. Intent to file. Make sure that you have one in the system to preserve the effective date. Okay, the VA doesn't highlight this nearly enough. Think about it like this. It's like saving your place in line while you gather your evidence. Okay, if you feel like the VA left you in the dark, now you've got a flashlight. Draw me a comment if one of these conditions caught you off guard. Draw me a comment if you're looking at your disability in the VASRD rating schedule and you can't find it. Do me a favor. Help your buddy Mr. X out. Hey, if one of these tips, if you either didn't know it or if it will help you in the next claim that you file, then you owe me a thumbs up. All right? Please subscribe for more no-fluff VA claim tips broken down with a little humor and some honesty. I'm Mr. X. It's the VA Top 5.